Team Southern, welcome to Pitching 101, actually probably 103. The aim of this one is to give you three pitches: the 30-metre pitch, the 50-metre pitch, and the 70-metre pitch. These are the ones I would ask you guys to turn up to Canberra and have in the arsenal. 30, 50, 70. The reason it's 30, 50, 70 is because it's easy to adjust to other particular shots you're going to play. I can turn a 30 into a 25, a 50 into a 40. You can adjust it any time you like. The part where we have the TrackMan rooms for this, and if you get a chance to, you can do it with one club, you can do it with two clubs, but what you want to have is the carry, and all I care about is the carry, 50, 30, 70. Why, you ask? The big improvement as we've gone through our videos is that I need you to get you to hit more greens, number one. Number two, I want you to put pressure on people, and you do that by hitting greens from inside 80, 90 metres. And the third one is that if you get put under pressure, you can give yourself shots you've practiced. Now, here's the thing we're going to struggle a bit with, and it's going to be the idea that, oh, I'm a good pitcher, I'm pretty good at it. I don't need you to be good at it, I need you to own it. There's 4 or 5 reasons for this, but let's go through the main one. When I turn up one afternoon and I need a 30-metre chip, I'm going to hit a 30-metre chip shot. If I turn up, it's going to be a 50-metre chip shot. If I turn up, it's going to be a 70-metre chip shot. And the reason that I'm a better golfer than most of you guys is because I'm really good at these kinds of shots. In fact, as I said on the presentation, I won the entire club champs here, hitting nothing over 110 metres. 9 iron I hit a couple of times. The rest of it was just inside, 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 because it's how you put pressure on people in match play. And pressure is caused by creating doubt in the other player. There's no other way to do it. You've got to turn up and play. So we want to create doubt. The way we create doubt is that we go and turn up and we hit greens and we sink putts, or we make less mistakes. So 30, 50, 70. The only thing I'd probably ask with this is if you go to a TrackMan room, put on smash factor, carry and total. Don't worry about these. These are the 3. This anywhere around 1.1. In fact, 1 to 1.2 is absolutely fine. The carry, 31, the total, 40. You'll get the hang of that, and it just depends on which club you use. If you get bored doing this, which I don't expect you to do, but if you get bored doing this, groove it in here, then go outside. Because I don't know about you guys, but how many fat shots have you hit on a mat? I can hit this 2 inches fat, and it still ends up a perfect shot. So groove your distances in here, and you can do it any way you like. For me, the 30 metre is where my arms feel remarkably straight, and there's no wrist cock, there's none of this. And there's my 30. My 50 to me is when I jam this thing into my elbow. It feels like it's a bit jammed in. And my 70 is when I probably go the extension without moving my pivot. And that's my feelings. They're going to be different for you. The important thing is that when you go and play the shot, you're comfortable being able to repeat it. Second point, the follow through is shorter than the backswing. I do not want to see this shit. That is not pitching, and that will not stand up under pressure. The second thing I don't want to see is this one for a 30-metre pitch. It's got to be a hit. So what I want you to have is just the idea that 60-40. 60% back, 40% through. So if you're hitting a 50 shot, 60 back, Hosselbert. Love it. Right, 60% back, 40% through. And that'll give you the shot. So there's your practice points. 60 back, 40 through. Keep your smash factor here. It doesn't need to be exact, but get as close as you can. And more importantly, try and keep it straight. If you do get the hang of this for the low markers, Zibs, Porky, Colin, then hit different shots. Hit little cut shots. Hit little draw shots. Play with it, practice it. But importantly, go outside and hit it off the ground. because we're going to be playing off pretty soggy greens and turf that are in the middle of the growing season, so they're going to be soft. When you come through impact on these chip shots, we don't want to have a lot of shaft lean, because what will happen is you get steep on the ball, and that means we're starting to bring the ground into play. So with the club face, open it a little bit so we can engage the bounce on the back. And when you come through impact, leave the club head pointing at your belt buckle. What it'll do, it'll stop the decel, it'll stop the dig, and I'll get the bounce involved. So even if you hit a really small shot, just watch how the club grip stays pointed at my belt buckle. It'll feel like a scoop. You can argue whether it's a scoop or not. The main part of it is that this particular shot is important, that we don't need power, we just need consistency. So leave the club grip pointing at your belt buckle through impact. Dan Greaves will call it release 2. And then if you want to, for the more experienced boys, you can even get release at your right hip and get a very high, soft landing shot with a fuck ton of spin. So, we don't want to see this. We don't want to see the leg drive. We just want arms up, release the club head at the belt buckle, and that will give you that lovely little high soft shot, and you can hit it off pretty much any lie you like. It takes the ground out, which is the important part of pitching, because you don't want to be digging into the ground with a pitch shot. And it gets to turn the bounce on as well, which also gives you yet another form of insurance. Get after it. Addendum number 1. Strengthen this grip. Strengthen this grip. It allows this motion. Number 2, if you're still struggling with impact, drop this right foot, back a club head. That'll get your weight forward and it will keep it there. Option number 3, you can use the clock system if you like. For me, 50 is just past sort of parallel with this club. And that should be close to 50 there. Carry, 47, that'll do. Flatten the grip. This is called a strong grip. You can weaken that one as well if you wish. Keep it pointed at your belt buckle.